So this is a polycross of some this is all these here are polycrosses. We plant rye between them so that we can prevent interpollination, even though that's not by any means a foolproof way to prevent interpollination. At least it allows us to get a lot of things produced at once. And so it's not an ideal system, but otherwise, you know, you can only get isolations in so many places, true isolations. And so that's what we do. Just plant rye to separate them. So these are, I showed you those plants where we had this disease coming in, and you can see some dead plants in here, and the death gets worse as you go that way. But this is a typical polycross. So those plants that we had in the greenhouse will split up into 4 clones, plant them out, you know, in 4 reps that are, I guess, set up like this, and let them interpollinate. They're wind pollinated, so they just interpollinate, and then we just harvest seed individually, bulk by genotype, and then bulk equal amounts of each of the genotypes to form a synthetic population for testing. Or we can take each individual maternal clone and as a half-sib family and put them out into a half-sib family trial next year. So that's polycross. This is basically what we do with all grasses that we have. The selected plants go into a polycross to produce seed and go on either to evaluation of the population or to reselection for the next cycle. Ideally, you want to get equal pollination, but as you can tell, here are the problems. I mean, you get situations where some plants produce a lot of seed heads, some plants produce a few, some plants produce a lot of pollen, some plants produce a little bit. So there isn't equal mating. We know that. We know it's not random. And you try to replicate plants to try to avoid any environmental problems and try to get as many different combinations as possible. But the reality is, it's not random and it isn't uniform, but it's the best we can do. It's kind of sad. Any questions?
Pretty much textbook polycross.
Textbook polycross, that's right.